I don't know if it's like a contest now of who can have the absolute most egregious headline when it comes to parenting, but that's kind of what it feels like lately, where it's like, really, this is what you did, and then you read the story and you're like, oh my god. Foster parents charged in case where child's brain was obliterated is the headline that we're talking about here.
Yuck.
And it's a chilling case that unfolded in Pennsylvania this last week as a couple, including a corrections officer. So someone who should have a bit of a sense of the law and right and wrong, charged in connection with the death of a young boy who was reportedly subjected to horrific abuse. Westmoreland County District Attorney Nicole Ziccarelli made the unsettling announcement on July 28th, highlighting the relentless pursuit of justice for the innocent victim, Landon Maloberti, the boy's adoptive mother, and her husband, Jacob Maloberti, a correctional officer by profession, are now facing a slew of charges that include criminal homicide, first-degree murder, and endangering the welfare of children. Moreover, both of them have been slapped with 2 counts of aggravated assault of a child and criminal conspiracy, according to official reports. The victim was identified as a 5-year-old Landon Maloberti. On January 30th, the child was found unconscious at home and promptly rushed to Allegheny Health Network in Hempfield. His condition rapidly deteriorated, necessitating a transfer to Children's Hospital for specialized medical treatment. Despite the medical team's best efforts on this, Landon, he succumbed to these severe injuries a week later on February 7th. DA Ziccarelli detailed the shocking extent of the abuse Landon suffered during a press conference. She reported that the child sustained blunt force trauma to his head, neck, torso, and extremities. His body was marred by a cruel tapestry of bruises, some fresh, others in different stages of healing. A silent treatment to the sustained and systemic abuse. Even more alarming was the report of prolonged and intensive medical interventions preceding his untimely demise. A physician, having reviewed the case, made a grim determination Landon had been subjected to multiple episodes of physical abuse, further compounded by at least 2 forms of emotional maltreatment. The inflicted injuries were such of a severity that they caused substantial pain, impairing the child's basic functions, including standing, eating, drinking, and even consciousness. This is insane. If there's a child in your care, there's a child walking down the street that is exhibiting these sort of behaviors that I have no idea who the fuck they are, I'm calling the police to get them help. This is a child within your own home that you supposedly have adopted, and this is how they're living, and you're just like, let's go get some more country crock and have a little toast. It's seriously? In a devastating verdict, the Allegheny County medical examiner classified Landon's death as a homicide. Further investigation led to disturbing revelations about the defendant's behavior after Landon's injuries. A criminal complaint acquired by WPXI TV revealed that the accused had allegedly waited a full day before seeking medical help for the severely injured boy. The couple appeared remotely unfazed by the situation. Landon Maloberti attempted to explain away Landon's condition to medical staff, claiming he was wobbly due to a previous COVID-19 vaccination. Medical staff at Children's Hospital painted a tragic picture. They disclosed that Landon had suffered 3 distinct brain bleeds, critical condition which had effectively obliterated his brain. Further inquiries conducted by the police included interviews with the victim's siblings. As per WPXI reporting, the children stated that their mother regularly disciplined Landon, who, according to her, was hard to learn his lesson. She allegedly used an open hand, a wooden spoon, a spray bottle to administer the physical punishment. Disturbingly, coworkers reported Landon Maloberti openly expressing her disdain for her adopted son, stating she hated him and found him hard to love. Again, we're in the middle of see something, say something here on all of this.
Yeah, we are.
And was something said, and that's the problem. See something, say something only works when action actually takes place. And that seems to be where everything falls apart. A lot of people say something when they see something, and then it ends up going, well, you know, we don't have evidence of this. We got to let it be there for a while. There's this directive. There's that law. There's this procedure in our department from here to there. And then you end up with dead kids. The detectives.
I'm sorry, Tony. If you were telling me that you hated Harper and you found her hard to love and you wanted to kill her, I'm sorry. I love my job, but I'm going to fucking go ballistic on you. I'm opening a can of whoop ass.
Exactly. That would just, I mean, that's nothing. You just like, oh, she hates her kid and he's hard to love.
You know, here's the thing though. And I'm not a parent. I only have cats. I've got stepkids, which I've been frustrated with the stepkids. You've got kids.
Sure.
You do get frustrated with them.
Oh, yeah.
You might say, oh my God, I hate him. That doesn't mean you're going to kill him, but you know who you're dealing with typically, don't you? I mean, when somebody says that they hate their son, they usually preface it with, okay, I don't hate him, but I hate what he did.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't sit there and say he's hard to love. That takes it to a whole different level, doesn't it?
That gets to territory of, are you capable of love? Because clearly you're not capable of just being a decent human being, even if you don't love him. You don't have to love somebody to not beat the shit out of them to the point where their brain is obliterated.
Yeah, I mean, there's some neighbors that I think would be hard to love or hard to bring over for a barbecue, but I'm not going to go beat the shit out of them. I just, we nod, we wave at each other when we drive by each other. Once in a while, I take their garbage can back up if it ends up in the street.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not beating them to a bloody pulp.
In a solemn statement, the DA said, tragically, Landon suffered abuse and trauma over the span of his short life. We intend to prosecute this case with the dignity and honor Landon deserves. Her sentiments were echoed by Delmont Chief of Police T.J. Klobuchar, who admitted that in his 25-year career, he had never faced an incident of this magnitude. I want to know how they determined that this was a person or a couple that was capable of raising a child. This was a foster child.
Yeah, how did that kid get into their care at all?
And it's a touchy area because there are a lot of very good foster families out there that put themselves on the line, that put themselves out there to exposure, to issues, to everything, and to heartbreak when you're helping these kids that need love, that need a home. But so many are very damaged because they came from places where people didn't want them. And it takes time and it takes effort to get someone to where they're happy and healthy. But you need to be the happy and healthy one to get them there. I really want to know what they looked at with these parents. What kind of a screening process was this? Because I know a lot of people who try to adopt and such, and oftentimes, like I've said, it's more easier to go and get a child from overseas than it is a child in our own country that needs the help, that could get out of a situation like this. Sometimes in that foster system, it's like, well, we don't have enough people to do this. These people do need places. It's the lesser of some evils in many cases. But the problem is there's still evil mixed in there, as is understood in this story.
It's just horrible. And I'm looking at pictures of this family. They look like they're, a fun couple.
They look like they're a fun couple.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe not, but
yeah, if you're into like meth and coloring your hair odd colors.
Well, okay, so her hair is like a bright red. I've got some bright red highlights in my hair, but I mean that doesn't necessarily equate to beating the shit out of your kid. But
no,
they look like a loving couple based on the pictures that we're seeing in the media. And then here's this horrific story behind the scenes.
I might argue with you on that. I see these two and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't let any child be in their care. I don't know. Have you seen their mugshot? I mean, that's what I'm looking at here.
No, that I haven't seen.
Well, that's the part I'm looking at and going, these are not good decision makers right here.
Okay. Then I need to go look for it. Because right now I'm just seeing like maybe they're out at a restaurant. Maybe they're out at a park. It looks like, just two people in their 30s just living their lives. But I'm going to go look for the mugshot. Maybe that will
I'm curious. My mind. I am very curious the pictures you're looking at. I wonder if they're like just stock photos of a couple.
It's actually them. Okay. I think I'm looking at the New York Post.
Okay.
Kind of taking a selfie, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, like, their two heads are together. Her makeup's well done. They're like, hey, look, we're out at a park. Look, we're eating hot dogs, maybe out in public somewhere, like a fun couple. And then, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. But now I just saw the mugshot that you're referencing. Yeah, I think maybe you're right.
I do have to say that was a great line, and we should use it forever on this show.
Oh, no, what did I do?
We look like a fun young couple eating hot dogs together. Just, okay.
You're locked into the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member, exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast, dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.